they kind of had to do something to break the ice, so to speak, or the the wall. So I'm okay with that, but ultimately it should be merit and character and qualifications and stuff like that.
That's right. I've got to say, they've got a hard job, though, because I'm sure there's discrimination of all sorts of forms still today. But they're basically trying to say that one form of discrimination, favouring one form of discrimination over another, essentially has meant that you have discrimination even within the law. So
Right. Yeah. I haven't been paying attention to much politics here because it's just too disappointing in so many ways. And I'm barely keeping my head above water with FE. So, and the remodeling mess and everything.
I've had
Invite sent.
some really good news for work this week.
Yeah?
So in Australia, my profession often gets overlooked when it comes to government programs. They favour basically psychologists, nurses, and psychiatrists and social workers. But for the first time, our practice she's been trying to do this for yonks, but this is the first year it's actually been accomplished, where we've all been asked to apply for these government contracts this year, and it looks like we're all getting them, at least two of us, which is me and another lady called Vandana. We've all done our masters in counselling and psychotherapy, so we've all been approved. And what that means is essentially doctors can now refer their clients directly to us, not Sylvana's business.
Oh.
Which means I've got that. If I've got accepted by one of these, they've got like all these footprints or areas within Australia. And so I can now, if I get accepted by one, it means in the future I should be accepted by all, like wherever I want to set up, basically.
Oh, really? So you could have your own office, basically, in your own practice?
Yeah, like down the line for sure. Down the line, absolutely. Yeah. Like I can even do it now. I can even apply for the one in my region now, which is nowhere near where I work. But in practice, it means that, like this is the first time in Australia. So in Australia, basically, if you want to see a counsellor, you just go to your local GP and he refers you on to a counsellor or psychologist or psychiatrist. And it's all funded by the government for X amount of sessions. And that could be anywhere from 5 to 13.
Okay.
And you could be eligible for more, like repeats, basically.
Right, depending on the situation,
Yeah. And so that's all government funded through these programs, and they never have accepted counsellors and psychotherapists, but this is the first year that anyone knows of across all businesses that they've finally done it, and it's just to me and Vandana at the time being. We don't know if anyone else is getting it in the business, but it's pretty exciting.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm starting the stream here. Not going to be a very long stream, but
I should tell you I hate this game.
I'm trying to buy a backpack to travel with. Having a hard. We're going to go visit Jessica in Virginia, where she's living now with her boyfriend's family. And
how she's settling in?
Well, she's going to be there for a year this time. They've been doing 1 month or 2 months back and forth each, right? And
do they work?
What's that?
Do they work?
Yeah, but they work at Starbucks, and they can transfer to the Starbucks there because they really like her there. And they like her here, so they just make room for her wherever she goes.
That's nice.
Yeah. I
can't stand Starbucks coffee, but it's nice.
Well, right. When she was in high school, in the music and theater department, theater department, her nickname was Majestica because everybody thought she was so amazing. And they just loved her because she was just super nice to everybody, and she cared about everybody, and she took care of everybody, and she's super sweet and thoughtful and kind, and they just recognized that in her, and
that's lovely.
They just made room for her in their lives, kind of infectiously. They couldn't help it. Even one person who used to hate them finally came around and said, "I don't know what was wrong with me. She is the best person I've ever known. She's my favorite person now."
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I think mine was Demon Spawn.
Demon Spawn.
Bowels of hell. Yeah. No, wasn't
So
it?
anyway,
But
she,
that's
you know,
nice.
the people at
That's
work
lovely.
take to her also, and she is competent and does a good job with things and conscientious. So the managers usually like her a lot, and they just kind of say, "Okay, when you come back, let me know, and I'll schedule you in." And she has
Seems
to
like
do
you
some
raised some
transfer.
good kids.
I have great kids. Yeah, they're really good kids.
So you now finished with all your renovations, or there's Mark
No, Drax.
3 going?
I'm going to have to get rid of the guy. He's not getting done. And I'm going to tell him tomorrow, he's going to be here tomorrow. And we're leaving next week on like Friday. And I don't want him coming on Thursday or Friday. I'm just going to say, you know what? Whether you're done or not, we're done on Wednesday. So if you want to come Monday.
What's he doing?
Well, he's got to finish the grout and the tile. And he's got to finish
What
some
room?
electrical.
Sorry, I haven't stayed up to date with all the.
Well, he was
nonsense that you
supposed to
in
do
your
a
place.
lot more than. I had a contract or an estimate from another guy that was about $9,000 more expensive, and it would detailed out doing things like ripping out the floor and putting in a new floor and adding tile, shower, a walk-in shower with curbless shower, you know, for the FE. And tile up all the way to the ceiling and on the ceiling. So that part, and then tile all the way out through the bathroom floor, which is about a 10 by 6.5 feet wide. And it's fairly detailed tile. It's pretty. And so it's not just slap down some tile. But I showed him pictures of I showed both these guys pictures of what kind of I wanted and some drawings and said, I want it to be like this. I know it's going to be, you know, some work. And the one guy came, and then they were going to, you know, tear out, rebuild, and, you know, do the sheetrock and plaster. And I said, I may have my guy, friend who's a plaster guy, come in and do the plaster, but I'll just deduct that from what I would have paid you to do it. And they both said that's fine. But they were going to get the sheetrock up and prep it and stuff like that, and get all the insulation in and all the wiring, and then I was going to buy. They should provide the paint and the tile and thin set and mortar and all that kind of stuff. And they would have a budget like, okay, you can get regular decent quality tile for $1,000 for that much space. And if I want to spend on more expensive tile, I would deduct $1,000 for what I pay him, and I just buy everything, you know, buy all the tile, right? And so I might spend $3,000 on tile, but I'm not gonna then pay him also $1,000 for the tile he estimated he was gonna, you know, spend on the tile. And so the other things were like pull the door from the bathroom and the adjacent across the kind of hallway bedroom and widen the door for another 2 inches, and then put in matching Doug fir solid core doors, so solid wood doors, and then do the trim and molding that needs to be done, and then also finish out the molding in the living room that I never got to finish. So around three windows and a door, and then in the kitchen there were some windows that were installed, but they were never stained and sprayed and finished, right? So they were going to finish that throughout. And so I handed him this, and add some lights and plumbing for a coffee bar on the other side of the bathroom where the tub shower is. So once that wall was open, they were going to bring some, you know, new plumbing over to that. And update the plumbing and move it as needed and stuff like that. So it's a chunk of work. So the one guy gave me a bid for $32,000, I think. Okay. Maybe 32.5 or something, which was actually pretty reasonable because I know the trim. I mean the tile. Who's hitting me and from where? Oh, there he is. Come to Papa. So I handed this other guy. The first guy was starting to not call me back. I think he was busy, and I wanted to answer a couple more questions, and I was ready to go with him. And he was young, and I figured, well, I've seen some of his work. He probably can do it. He's open to me saying I need it this way or that way, and we'll talk about if there's anything that's more expensive that's going to take too much time. We can adjust, you know, either what I pay him or what he does.
Target spotted.
And got along well. Seemed like that would be good. I don't know why everybody hates me and shoots at me.
Target spotted.
And so, since I wasn't hearing from him and I needed to get started, I contacted this other guy who was doing some work for some friends of ours that were friends of his down the street. And he had done some nice work, and he's done some fine finished carpentry, bookcase type, moldings and that kind of stuff. So he knows how to do fine finished work. And the work that he did seemed pretty well buttoned up, pretty nice. Much better than some of the other guys I'd seen stuff from, right? So I showed him the bid, and he took a quick glance at it, and he said, I said, do you want to go through this so you're not familiar? He said, no, I can beat that and probably come in under budget. Uh-oh. Just tried a headshot and that didn't work.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Strike online.
Golly. Sorry, I can't stay alive very long and talk at the same time. He just glanced at it and said, no, I can beat that and come under budget probably of what I even estimate for quite a bit less. I said, well, give me an estimate. And I gave him that estimate, which was very detailed. And he came back with a less detailed one, but since we had talked through the main things like the trim and the doors and the tile and shown him some pictures and stuff like that, I kind of assumed we were on the same page, right? And he had the other bid in his hand when he left. And he basically ignored it and wrote a simpler bid that I assumed, since we had talked about it, was going to be just a simpler way to say the same thing. And it was not. So he's not doing as much, but the tile job is so much bigger than he thought because he didn't pay attention that he wants to charge me more. Well, I knew when he came in $9,000 cheaper that he was underbidding it. So I knew I was going to pay him more, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to take advantage of him or rip him off. And it's a big, detailed tile job, right?
I'm starting to hate the fact that I asked.
I know, sorry.
Target spotted.
But he's not going to do the doors now or the trim or the molding. He's not even doing all the electrical that he said he was going to do initially. And he's not... he wants to charge me more for the tile, but he's not doing all the stuff that I thought he was going to be doing in the first place. And he's not getting done. And we're going to leave, and Jennifer wants him out of the house. She wants to have a summer without him coming in. And he gets... What?
Target spotted.
Are you're playing still, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just watch your sides now, Dark. You're opening up to like everywhere.
I am open to everywhere. Everybody wants to kill me. It's sad.
No, but there's they basically
Like that guy that just killed me, you mean?
We just died, but
Yeah.
they're everywhere now.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize it was 10 to 3. I wasn't looking at the...
Yeah. It wasn't a good game. I mean, I had fun, but it wasn't a good game.
Yeah.
Like we
So anyway,
basically split our team.
Jennifer
across
wants
the
him
whole
out of the
map.
house so she can start summer and not have to worry about Doug coming in and being grouchy because it's something else that he didn't plan on that I want done, that he thinks he's not getting paid enough for, that is exactly what we asked for in the first place. And he's got a bad memory, so he doesn't remember what was talked about.
Artillery strike
And
online.
we just need to get him done and out for her
Sounds
sake.
like a bit of a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, he's done, the work he's done on the tile. When all is said and done, it's going to look really great. There are imperfections that if I had done it, I would have not done or I would have fixed. And there are some things I have had to have him redo because they weren't acceptable. And that was frustrating for him. But it's like tough. It's got to be not distractingly bad, right? And I think he just has a lower level of detail concern than I do, and I get that. But it's just not... He'll never get done if I don't put an end to it. So I'll end up paying him more, a little bit, for the tile work. Because if I'd
Can you
gotten
look at the team stats? I actually had to look at it.
Yeah.
I left the game.
If I'd gotten a bid just for the tile, it probably would have been $20,000 for the tile. And he charged me $23,500, and he wants probably another... 3, right? Which is okay.
Oh, look at that. Bravo and Charlie just died.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm not even gonna, like, I'm not probably gonna go into any of the things that we're disappointed or frustrated or not, like, I'm gonna have to fix or finish. Like he did some electrical wiring last week that should have been done.
Am I charging you for the hour?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm charging you to listen. This is good for you. It's good practice. Listening to people.
This is a bit intense, start.
Oh no, it's yeah. No, I already vented to my sister and brother-in-law the other day. So
Okay, but you feel you haven't still got enough of it out of your system.
you were the dumb person that asked the question. So anyway,
I just thought sometimes I'd even hope that
No.
you'll just do a brief answer sometimes.
you got to say short answer, please. It's too late now, though, to invoke that rule. Almost done. So he did some wiring and hung the little pendant lights where the mirror's going to be in the bathroom, right? Cabinets aren't in yet or anything. And he left and said, "You got lights." And the dimmer switch was in kind of crooked and bent sideways, and I had to pull it out, and he damaged the wall around it, so I had to fix the plaster around the wall and re-bend the plates out and get it to set flat so it's not twisted.
I'm going to take this to supervision.
And the lights were a half inch out of level with each other. So you could look at one, and one was more than a half inch lower than the other one. And then the top trim on one of them, there was a big hole that he didn't move the trim over to cover the hole. It's like, what are you doing? Why would you leave a job and have it look like that? So I had to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours fixing his work. And I'm just getting tired of doing it. And it happens
No
often.
one likes a whiner, Dark. No one likes a whiner. Come on.
I know. Well, I know.
Just
You're right.
buy a punching bag, put
Nah,
a photo of him on it, and just let loose.
I just don't understand why someone
You're
would
not.
charge
None of this is happening right now, Dark.
$25,000 and do work like that, right? That's just like not good.
I get it. I don't get it, and I don't want to get it.
Have
but
you ever
I
had
get it.
contractors come in and do stuff?
Like I just had an air conditioner cleaner come in and clean my air conditioners today.
That's an easy job.
Did a
Though.
great job.
Yeah.
I think we have better regulators here in this country. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but our standards seem to be a bit higher. Although I will say that you do get occasionally buildings falling down here because 10 years later they found out that the Liberal government gave some contractor some license to do some work that
Oh,
they should
right,
never have done.
right.
But
Well, and you have
doesn't mean-
kangaroos jumping up and down stairs. That can be really hard on the structure.
They don't tend to do that, Dark.
They just jump through the windows. They don't bother with the stairs.
Actually, I could show you a picture of exactly that.
Really?
That's been, yeah, there has been a kangaroo that's jumped through the window. Not
I
my
want
window,
to. I want to
yeah.
see that. That sounds great.
does
Is that like a second story window or first story window?
No, let me find it.
Super rude. We just had an HVAC guy come and clean our mini split out in the cottage, and he was here for an hour and a half, or probably an hour and a half, and he disassembled it, hosed it all off out in the yard, and then the inside he put a bib around it all, and then he power washed the thing in place with a bucket to take up the rest of it. It looks like it's brand new. Did a great job. It was $200. And it's like, well, that's reasonable. He's here for an hour and a half, and he makes the thing look and operate like new. And if I do that every 2 or 3 years, that's what I should do. I waited 10, of course. Then that's super reasonable. And he was a pleasure to be around. Very professional, very good sense of humor. He probably, was placating me by laughing at my dumb jokes, so that's always worth extra. And it was great. So that we have a lot of great things. We also have some great service techs for like washing machines and dishwashers and dryers and fridges and stuff. But we have a lot that will rip you off. They'll rip you off before they even ring the doorbell. They're going to charge you $175 for the privilege
Well,
of showing
let me give you an
up.
example, right? I haven't actually had my air conditioners cleaned since I got them. I've done them myself on occasion, but I've never really had a deep clean.
Yeah. What
And
kind of air conditioner do you have?
2 5 kilowatts ones, one upstairs, one downstairs. Got a massive balcony, so the
Are they like in a window? Or are they in the attic or on the
No.
ceiling or split mini
they're
type
piped
thing?
in. No, they're just,
Oh, so you've got, okay, so central air kind of thing, but one for upstairs, one for downstairs.
Not really central air because they're not part of the original build, but
Okay.
like we just got 2 units, one unit upstairs, 1 unit downstairs. We've got them behind some cabinetry where the pipes and electricals sort of flow into it, and then I drilled a hole through the floor, ceiling floor, and continued on up. But
Okay.
wasn't the greatest job, but got it done.
Yeah.
And then and then we've got the unit sitting outside the balcony because I've got a massive, really massive balcony. Anyway, I was quoted 2,300 by someone. I just
clean
looked
it?
up the first place.
To clean
Sorry?
it? To clean it?
Oh, he was waffling on about all the other stuff he was going to do, but whatever. And then I'm like, I actually put down the deposit because I didn't want to think too hard about this one. And then I realized, what am I doing? It costs, I'm literally paying half the price of
The new one.
like, like why don't I just get new air conditioners if I was going to do something like that? That's crazy.
Right.
So then I started calling around and found someone who's doing it for $240 each.
Yep.
So I'm like, done. Let's do this then.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same bloody deep clean. I'm just like, how could a business
Yeah.
survive charging that much? That's
Well,
insane.
I had a company come out here to fix my main HVAC for the house, and it's a big 5-ton unit, so it's big. It's outside and on the ground, and it's about, I'm going to say it's 50 inches by 50 inches by 36 or 40 tall, like 40 inches tall. And they came out, and the air conditioning wasn't working, and they did a diagnostic, and they were there and then they fixed it. It was out of refrigerant because the valve fillet had failed, and there was a little leak. So it needed a new valve, and it needed a filling valve, and it needed a
Online.
basically a copper pipe resoldered, right?
Target spotted.
And refilled and balanced, right? Pressure balanced.
They were on.
And so they were there for 3 hours. They were there for 3 hours, and then they sent me a bill for $1,000. And I asked him while he was there, how much does this, are you going to estimate this is going to cost to fix? He said, oh, the shop will, let you know. And I said, well, okay. I kind of would like to know. He says, well, I don't know. The shop will have to let you know.
Target spotted.
So, but he was there for 3 hours, so I figured, well, $150 an hour, maybe it'll be $450 max, right? Because the valve was a 75-cent bicycle tire valve stem, and sweating a pipe took him only a few minutes, and he used $20 worth of refrigerant to refill it. And so I got a bill. It was $1,000, and I called and said, I'm not paying this. I didn't approve this. I asked him what it was going to cost, and he didn't tell me. And you want to charge me $1,000? He was here for 3 hours? Well, refrigerant costs really a lot of money now. I said, he used $20 worth of refrigerant. I just looked it up on Amazon. I can buy it myself for $20. And the valve stem is a 95-cent bicycle tire stem.
Online.
Well, and I said, I'm not paying this. This is ridiculous. I didn't approve this. And if he had told me how much it would have cost, I would have sent him on his way. So just no. He said, well, how about if we just say $270? I said, that's fine. So I paid him $270, and I'll never call them again. Because they're just crooks. And they do it by billing for everything, and they'll stack their billing, right? So while we were here, and there's a cost to show up. And then there's a diagnostic fee, and there's a cost for that. And then there's the repair fee, plus each part that you put in or do is on top of the repair fee, and it just stacks up and stacks up and stacks up. And you could have been here for an hour and still charged me $600 and not even done anything the way they bill. It's just ridiculous. So, but then there's other guys that are super honest and thoughtful, and they're fantastic. So you just got to find the right place. I'm getting killed here, and I don't even know who is killing me from where anymore.
You can bring him back, Doc. I'm shooting near you.
Bring him back where? The guy on the right? I'm lost.
I don't know where you are.
I'm lost. I'm down in this little
You're
trench.
dying, Doc.
I'm dying.
Are you dying? I don't know where you are actually.
Are you going to miss me when I'm dead? Gonna miss me when I'm gone.
2-4.
Center torso critical damage.
My CT is critically damaged.
Left
Everywhere I
torso
go, there's
critical
seemingly another mech for me to get killed by. This is dangerous business. This mech riding. Oops, somebody got me. Oh, I got a kill at least. Didn't do very well though. So, you know, I think in every country, every industry, you've got
target acquired.
bad example, bad actors, and good people too, sadly. I mean, the good people aren't sad, I'm not saying that. Okay, I have to start playing a little more smartly, I guess. You've been saying that for a few years, but
Left flag critical damage.
I think it's coming up to a
Left
decade.
destroyed.
it's coming up what?
Torso destroyed.
A decade?
Right.
A decade? Have you been playing with me for 10 years?
Hostiles are taking control of
No.
the target.
No,
definitely
I don't
not.
think so. No, like more like 5? 4?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, probably 4 or 5. Well, I want you to know, you should be proud of me. I only did 274 damage, but I soaked up 733 of their damage.
Oh, it's a cicada. God damn, he was a cicada.
I got a solo
And he
kill.
was pushing me. Hunchback, Incubus was pushing me. I should have got the kill on that.
I'm going to try to play more without talking this time and try to play better.
I'm done. I'm done.
No,
I'm
well,
not
do
playing
one
anymore.
more now that I'm going to really play. See if we can make it work. It won't hurt you. You can do self-counseling in the mirror after we're done.
It's not from playing. It's from listening to your story about you're fixing your house.
I know.
About it.
I know.
Son, I think you need a hobby, Doc.
My hobby should not be building my house over and over again. I have too many hobbies. I like doing portrait photography and music video creation and filming and editing. I like recording and
Western
music.
Australia to do
And
some photography.
I'd love to come to Australia and do
Theaters,
photography. Do you have
cults.
anything there to take pictures of? Besides prison bars and stuff?
You know the old tripod cameras where you had to
Yeah.
put them over the sheet over your head and you sort of leaned into it like a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. I've still got those. They're brand new. Like they just come out 2 years ago. Amazing.
Oh, like large
Like,
format cameras
Capture
for...
people's souls with it. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to capture people's souls, and I feel responsible for them.
Yes, Stark. We have a market here in which we import products from overseas, and believe it or not, a lot of the products we get here. Not
Is it all
of them.
black market, though? You have to smuggle it into the prison, or how does that work?
You have to run the gauntlet, sure, but you know, it just proves that your products are good.
Yeah.
Your products
People
are
want
worth
them.
it. You know.
Hey, Crimson. Yeah, I get it.
Otherwise, we end up selling them to New Zealand. You know.
And you usually have to, like, pad the transaction with some packs of cigarettes for the guards and stuff, right? Or something.
Well, what? Guys,
I think
mumbling
if you
about
ever come to
prison.
Australia, you will be shocked at how amazing it is here, Dark.
I know, because there's probably not enough steel in the world to bar
And how
everything in,
much
because it's a
like
big country.
America, like this is like America back when America was good.
I kind of believe that, actually.
Just turning bad, because I definitely think we've got
Just
some
starting to
problems
turn
here.
bad, yeah. Yeah.
Just as it's like the first day of it turning bad. It's like Australia in a nutshell.
I remember when we moved to Spokane, it was like going 20 years back in time from our town.
Right.
And that was good in some ways, but it was bad in the sense that you couldn't get real coffee. Everything was like Folgers canned coffee, like coffee grounds in a can. And bread was just blah, terrible bread. You couldn't get like baguettes or really good bread anywhere.
No, our
So,
food is so much better here than I think America, because I think
we have some
I think
great
like-
food.
like- yeah, I'm sure you do, but your base for like is cornstarch and all that. I just
We don't, what? Cornstarch? What do you mean? We add
so
cornstarch
far-
to a lot of things, but we don't, that's not our base food.
like corn-based cereal.
Oh, corn-based
like, I don't know,
cereal?
Like
Oh, yeah.
you got a corn-based diet or something. I don't know. Like your main crop is corn, isn't it?
No, wheat probably.
Whereas ours is wheat. So a lot of our products, like breads and stuff, are made from wheat.
Yeah, we're the bread basket of the world, basically. We
You're not
produce
of
a
the world,
lot.
no way.
We produced more wheat than any other country and exported a huge amount of wheat. I think we transferred over to some more corn weight, crops when ethanol
Largest-
got popular. So we're not now anymore, but we were.
Exporters in the world. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now. This is it used to be like.
You're
20
right
years
up
ago.
there. You are right up there, though. Hang on. Canada is 7.6 billion. United States is 6 billion. Australia is 5.6 billion. Russia
was
is
it?
4.9. Ukraine is 3.74.
But see,
This
we
is
would have
2024.
maybe been 20, double that 20 years ago. But we've switched a lot of crops to
Really?
corn. Yeah, for ethanol. And then it's worse for your engine, and you get worse. It's worse for the environment to burn ethanol too. There's a
I can believe that.
whole bad move that was in the name of saving the planet, and it's worse for the planet and worse for the engines.
Okay.
It produces more CO2 to make it than it does to just, use regular gas. And you're just adding 10% or 20% to the fuel. It's kind of a debacle. They just finally figured that out about 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. But it's still in everything. And I think corn syrup and everything is not healthy for us. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, corn syrup. Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, corn syrup because it's GMO. It's breed.
Well, not just the GMO, just the high fructose corn syrup is just it's not really good to inject it directly
I
into
do
our
think you probably
bodies.
have the best barbecue, though. Like, I
It's
definitely
just
think
a
barbecue is.
combination of ultra processing stuff or break into one.
We have really good barbecue.
love
Crimson Eye, you're
barbecue.
breaking up so much we cannot tell what you're saying.
I'm breaking up.
Yep. We get that's what we hear. I got the full though. It might just be your sensitivity so that it's cutting you off because you're not loud enough at points.
Is it not because you guys trying to give me some hard time?
No.
No, I can barely make you out, man. Like you're
It's just
on
cutting in and out.
hands-free or something. It's just crap.
Like you're flashing on and off, but we don't even hear you most of the time.
And it's very.
So I think you're not close enough to your microphone for it to stay on while you're talking.
Yeah. So.
I see you flashing. Don't hear a thing.
Probably just your
And I think we eat too much processed wheats and processed foods and salicylates and preservatives too, and we just seemingly poison ourselves all the time.
You don't have to. You don't have to eat those foods, do you? Like, you can eat.
It's harder not to because you have to find things. Like all the things everywhere are. So you got to go to a special store. You got to pay 30% more for the same thing without those things, and you got to watch every label. And the laws are such that they can't, if it has a certain thing in it, they have to proclaim that now on the packaging, right? They got to note it. But if they've renamed the thing, then they don't have to. But it's still the same thing that they were supposed to label. So they get around it. It's kind of dumb.
Like when the government says certain products shouldn't have amount of % of sugar, so they put 3 or 4 different sugar in one, trying to dilute the whole thing for profit.
Yeah, right. They'll mix it down.
It's the reason why my country have like over 70% people is obese because of that.
Tell you what's really
Over
good for food.
70% of the people in Malaysia are obese.
Yeah, it's like every
Imagine.
5% there's one guy with diabetic problem.
I reckon Japan has the best, like,
It used to be
Health
7%,
diet.
7% only one, but now it's like every 5.
I think that's as bad in America. Let me see. I don't remember what
Doc, I don't really feel like queuing up for an hour, eh?
Well, you're here to be with me, not to queue up. Don't worry about the queuing up.
Okay.
Well, Rex, you'll be surprised where we get so much sugar from.
No, I would be
Yeah,
surprised. I would be
Australia
surprised.
too. It's
Why would I be
Milo.
surprised? What?
It's
Milo.
Milo.
Yeah, sugar's in a lot of
Nestle
things.
Okay.
Soda.
Okay, so
Yep.
according to the CDC, the prevalence of obesity among adults aged 20 years and older, so above 20, in the United States was 41.9% in 2017 through 2020, and it's approximately 42% now. So nearly, more. That's too many.
Yep.
So
No,
I'm looking
More
at
than 1 in
the
3.
charts of adults and males. Should do females as well, shouldn't we?
They'll say nearly 75%
Oh,
of
no,
U.S.
you can't.
adults
Oh,
are
let's just do
overweight
adults both.
or
Okay.
obese.
So,
right?
American Samoa, obesity is 75.92% of the population. Tonga is 72.35. Nauru, 71.06. Tokelau, it's a lot of these islanders.
That's because they eat the at the Hawaiian food trucks.
So Egypt is the first,
just made that up.
first proper country. Not one of those small islands, which is 45.59. Then Kuwait, then Qatar, then Belize. United States is 19th, which is 42.74. Saudi Arabia is 42.45.
Wait, so is being on top of the list worse or better?
Palestine is 38.52, but I'm sure that's
oh,
changed
it's worse
recently.
now, right?
I'm sure
The
it's
higher,
much
the
worse
worse.
now.
So we're 90. Okay. Still
Mexico
bad.
is 36. Where's Malaysia? I don't know. I'm trying to find Malaysia.
You just say Malays, right? You didn't mention
No,
Malays,
no, I
didn't you?
haven't tried. Australia's 31%. I'm trying to find Malaysia now.
Where's Malaysia?
I'm
Where am
trying. I don't know yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Because we all have a nightlife.
Malaysia,
We don't-
22.41%. You're 108 in the world, dude. I don't think you're too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, tell me the people at the hospital.
Because it's
who's
out of
crying.
200 countries that they've listed, you're 108, so you're only in the middle.
You're in the middle. You're mildly obese.
Vietnam is the lowest with 2%.
That's because they're not eating.
Japan is only 5%. Vietnam, 2.04. Well, they got...
Wow.
Oh, Vietnam's come a long way, man.
Is that in
Rice
what,
and fish,
Africa or
right?
what?
Yeah.
I thought about getting some goldfish. Maybe that would help me lose weight.
God, we've got a drop.
Goldfish.
I've
Tell you what,
lost.
it's a lot of Asian countries and African countries.
I've lost almost 35
The
pounds,
last.
or 30 pounds. I mean, not 35. I gained a few back. I need to
Well,
get rid of them, but
The
I've still
problem is,
lost quite a bit.
now our drink is full of spiked with processing sugar. That's one thing. And then most of our cultural food is full of flour, and flour mostly are wheat, made of wheat, and that's one problem there.
Because your
So when
body
you
likes
combine
to
this-
store wheat for the winter.
No, I mean.
Yeah,
look,
it does. It likes
give
to
us-
store. It stores up fat from wheat for winter. That's what you eat grains in the fall, and your body stores them.
And it kind of spires the body to produce insulin, right? And with that,
Yeah.
when you even have more sugar, everything just stuck there,
Did you just say I should have more sugar? In just a minute, I'll go down and get some.
Yeah, because
Definitely my last one.
with drinks, because our lifestyle here is at night time we don't go to pub as often, but we always go to place to hang out. We call them mama. It's usually back in the days it's open for 24/7.
Yeah.
And we have drinks, and the drink is always mixed with Milo or condensed milk. And it's
Milo?
One,
Really?
What's Milo?
Oh my god, that's an Australian drink. It's a version of hot chocolate. It's not hot chocolate. It's made of carob or something else.
Does it have a lot of fat
Yeah,
in
it's
it?
an
or
acquired
what?
taste. It's really nice.
it's a chocolate malt drink, but
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's got a lot of
mainly
calories in it then.
Yeah.
large, dark. It's like
So whereas
half
you
of
would
it
grow
is
up with, say, hot chocolate as a child, we grew up with Milo.
Online.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
it's as a kid, it's lovely, but I gotta say, I don't love it as an adult. It's not.
Is it
I think
is it real sweet or just real thick or what's the?
It's just a different flavour.
Huh.
Because it's
The
malt
flavour,
flavoured
dark,
chocolate.
because-
It's just
Yeah.
different.
because they have mixed so much sugar in there, so the taste went off. I actually taste one which is the true Milo kosong, which is a zero sugar Milo, was made. It was enforced by Singapore government because they found out somebody burst the rumor of the Milo that is contain high sugar, which is a cause of obesity in South Asia Pacific. And the investigation started, and the guy who exposed them got banned from Nestle. Kind of like warned him, if he keeps talking about it, they're gonna kill him or something. But anyway, so that product was made, and I have a taste. It just tastes like real chocolate. But because they mix so much sugar in it, the taste was off. And imagine that product itself have 3 different
Airstrike
type of sugar,
online.
and you mix it with condensed milk, and it's one gigantic spoonful of condensed milk dog, in a drink. Like, jeez, how can we not be obese from this?
Just fatten it up, then drink it down.
Yeah. I'm not kidding you, man. I mean, the amount of people I've seen go to getting their legs amputated, and when the doctor asks them what you usually do, they always hang up the place and drink like 4 or 5 cups a night.
Online.
Oh wow!
Yeah, weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, because we can chat until morning. That is our routine.
Yeah.
We'll hang out. We'll chill, have a chat thing with friends until morning, and then we go back to sleep. You know,
Target spotted.
copying that much of stuff makes all this problem. We didn't know back in the days. Now we know, but it's too late.
Target spotted.
It's a bit too late.
Target
So Milo
acquired.
was so popular, like what, for the past 3 or 4 decades, as I remember. And in my
They're
country,
coming home
it's been
from
promoted as
E4,
healthy drinks for
guys. Very
sport.
strong E4.
Yeah.
E4.
Airstrike online.
So my end is amusing to drags, but I think Milo is like the
Target
top
spotted.
sale product in Malaysia for chocolate drink.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Where was this guy?
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Airstrike online. Airstrike
Because we in game.
activated. Target destroyed.
Yeah, we're in game.
Airstrike online.
Where'd that annihilator go? He was down in the trench there.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Oh, he's right down there, isn't he? Yeah.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Airstrike online. Override engaged. Target destroyed.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown. Heat level critical. Override shutdown.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown. Airstrike online.
Great work, guys. Thanks for the drop. I did a little better that time. Helps to pay attention, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, it's
Target.
amazing when you do, but also we didn't have ash on the other side of dirt. It's about that.
Still didn't do a lot of
Oh,
damage, but I got a
damn it.
kill and stayed alive.
Well done.
Staying alive is a good thing.
I had a lot of stupid shots though.
Yeah? How'd you do, though?
505.
505, there's nothing wrong with 505.
I went up.
505 is decent.
It's more than my
505.
measly 467 and a kill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is. Damn straight it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Dark. It's
Thank
been
you. Good to see
terrible
you.
as always.
I'm so
I've had
glad to
listen
be able
you
to not
whine about your
disappoint.
construction and play this stupid game. But other than that, it's been great.
I'm hoping that it was everything you were afraid it would be.
You excelled my expectations.
Thank you. Thank you. It feels good to just, be at the cream of the crop of what I do.
What's the problem with this game, Drax? Why you always hate it?
It's not the it's not the game, it's the players.
No, I hate the game and the players. I don't discriminate.
Or
All
you
right.
do.
See you guys
All
later.
All right, thanks. See you later. All right, I'll do a couple more drops, I guess, or maybe one. We'll see.
You're gonna do more. Are you gonna bail out?
I'll do another one. You can't play, right? Are you driving?
Yeah, I need to go settle something from Emma. I can go eat tonight, but I need to pack some food because I am crazy hungry.
Oh yeah. I'll probably just do one more.
Yeah.
That's late.
I have been busy this morning until now, for like 6 hours almost.
We had a really crazy day yesterday, and today was still also pretty crazy. And it's only going to get worse as we're getting ready to leave to go to Virginia for 10 days. So trying to get stuff done. Yeah, we're going to visit Jessica.
Why you go there?
Jessica moved back there to be with Jeremy's family and Jeremy for a year. And we want to go see her. We haven't met his parents yet. So we're kind of going to go hang out for 10 days.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun, I think, no matter what. And I'm trying to get just a travel backpack, and my sister has a really nice one, but it's not made anymore. So I was gonna try to get one just like it because I really like it, but you can't get them anymore. I could get a used one off eBay, but you never know, what that's gonna be. So I decided not to do it. So I'm trying to find something that's at least somewhat similar.
Well, as long as there's somebody to help look after, which is your burden, that'll be great news.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy to take care of our folks, Dark, especially when they're not listening to any advice.
Are you talking about Effie? She does try to listen. Sometimes it's hard for her. She's one of her sons is coming to town and gonna live with her at her house while we're gone. So we don't have to bring her with us, it'll be a great break for us. But sometimes you just want to break just to be away from anything and not have to do a bunch of travel stuff too. But that's okay. It'll be good to be with Jessica and Jeremy and meet his family.
I know. I mean, if it's once in a while, it's great, right? Because I understand. Because in your mom-in-law situation, it's not her choice.
No.
Unlike my dad, he have a choice, but he refused to, listen and being ignorant, which is a pain in the butt for me and my mom.
As far as taking care of his health, you mean, or getting surgeries?
It's not getting surgeries, he just need to maintain his health. He just need to do some walking every day, but he is such a lazy beyond the imagination, Dark.
Because it's work, right? Is he overweight?
No, because
so he's just getting old and his body's atrophying and he's not doing anything to fight it.
Yeah. He just let it be, and not to mention he actually have problem with his jaw muscle, which I mentioned before.
That could interfere with eating chocolate, though. See, I would definitely take action about that if it was me.
She refused, Dark. It doesn't matter. I bring you to the Chinese traditional medicine or the Western medicine. Both say the same thing. He need to move his butt to exercise. Yeah. And he refused to.
Especially when you get older, if you don't move, you die eventually, right? It just starts everything goes down fast. We're noticing that with Effie.
No, the thing is, as crazy as it sounds, stroke patient, if they're willing to start moving to get the blood circulate, it actually will reduce the effect from the stroke. Yeah. My granddad, he was having stroke before age of 60.
Oh wow.
Because he was having a bad diet, right? Unhealthy diet. But he did not give up. He came from just by slow walk, become normal walking, become slow jog, become actual jogging, and become sprinting.
Wow.
Took him like 3 years, but he ended up sprinting from my hometown to another town, like 2 hours back and forth.
So not sprinting, but full on running, like distance running.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he actually ended up becoming sprinting.
Well, sprinting is going as fast as you can.
Yeah, because I think he just become a marathon for him because he just jogged casually to another town.
Wow.
Which is like even you drive with car, it takes at least 15 minutes, and he just jogged all the way, and then
Wow.
he came back again after 2 hours.
That's great.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, and with my memory, he passed away when I was 12, but he was able to walk with just one hand crane.
Yeah.
My dad now had to use 4-leg crane because he needs to use both hands,
Oh, right. Right.
and he can't even stand up if nobody is helping him. And he's like what, only 73? My granddad passed
Yeah.
away when he was 84.
84.
Look at the difference.
Yeah.
Difference is huge.
And it's not just an extra 10 years. It's an extra 20 years of mobility and being, independent, right?
Yeah, because my granddad hates to depend on someone else. He's willing to walk on his own.
Reactor online.
So yeah, he's a
Sensors
tough dude,
online.
and
Weapons online.
from what my mom said, it's proven. So if he's willing to, my dad just willing to walk a bit. I'm not asking him to jog, just move around a couple of
Yeah.
times a day.
Yep.
They'll change.
Go for a short walk around the block every other day and then every day. And
Yep, he refused to, and not to mention he actually is on diapers.
yeah,
He just sit on the chair the whole day to watch TV until the diapers burst into peace.
he probably just is,
Affirmative.
kind of hopeless.
No, he just don't want. He just refused to die.
Well, he's just lost hope. He doesn't figure it's going to get better. I don't know. It's hard, it's hard to put yourself in their
I don't
position and
know.
know
I
what
mean,
they're thinking.
We as a kid, we try our best, and we give the best treatment, and even the best treatment really told us he need to move. They also advised him need to move. He got it. He understands.
Yeah.
He's not on a unclear mind state. Because his mind is still very clear.
Airstrike online.
So yeah. So at this point, I just tell my mom, we do what we can. At the end of the day, if dad doesn't want to be, changed, there's nothing much we can do. So as the point of this, as I can see his situation, my guess is only another maybe a year or maximum 2 years. It'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the doctor already won.
I don't know if Effie has another year in her or not. We'll see. She's definitely, on the slide down. If she gets just progressively worse and worse, it's just going to get harder and harder for her and us. So I'm kind of hoping that it kind of goes quickly when she starts to finally lose it. For her sake, as much as ours.
I hope
Need
it will
assistance.
be a painless one for her.
Yeah.
I know it sucks to be, but yeah. But again, yeah. So my dad's situation is a bit.
Contact D4.
So we'll see about that.
Target acquired. Override engaged.
Need assistance. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Airstrike online.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Keep on coming back, Walker. I'm with you. Turn around.
Target spotted.
Herbie here with him as well.
Yep, let's get the Ruby.
Target destroyed.
Good kill on Bravo. Good work.
Affirmative.
Someone get down that UAV quick.
Target spotted. 25% of the enemies are eliminated.
And golf. Get on golf, quick.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Looks like I shouldn't have gone down here.
Gone. Critical damage.
Please don't fucking face that dog. Golf.
The enemies are half depleted. Keep pushing.
Ouch. I'm off here in the weeds with this guy. He's probably pretty beat up too.
Target spotted.
Airstrike online. Fuel at 25%. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Clean up the survivors. Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown. Override shutdown.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown.
Command to ground.
Great work, guys. Thanks for the drop. Hey, I did okay there.
GG, guys.
I'm alive. 562 and a kill. Solo kill. Kill most damage dealt. It's okay. By golly. I'll do one more and then call it quits. We got going on here, and I'm not monitoring the stream, so if you guys are actually talking in my stream, I apologize for not paying attention to you. Sorry about that. I didn't have it open. Hellbringer, sorry. Yep. My story's making me lose viewers. Of course it is, Hellbringer. That's what I do. Stop hiring morons. He's not a moron. It's just not working.
Sorry, what are you on about?
No, it's not about the high fructose conspiracy. It's about our patented super juice that fills every bit with love. Oh, I was just talking about my remodeling woes. I didn't want to do it myself, and Effie offered to pay for it, and so I hired somebody, and it's been a very mixed bag. There's been some good things and some bad things. And we're ready for him to be gone, whether he's done or not.
How's going? Is everything okay?
Oh, no. Yes, some of it is, some of it's not. He's not going to do all the things that I thought he was contracted to do because he didn't spell it out, and now he's bailing himself out of it by saying, well, I'm not doing that. Well, I'm not doing that. I was never going to do that. Well, that was what we talked about you doing, right? So I don't want to go back into it all again. You can rewatch the stream, and then 2 days ago I found out that the power for the underfloor heating that's supposed to be on a 220 line that we extended from an old range electric range line, when you trip the brake, turn the breaker on so you can make sure you've got the right line before you start hooking it up. You double check it and then turn it off, then hook it up. It trips the breaker for the garage sub panel that it's hooked up to, and then the garage master breaker on the master panel gets tripped, and the master for the entire house and cottage gets tripped. So it powers down the whole everything, and you have to reset everything. So there's a short in those wires, and he tested those and said they were good, and I just trusted him. But now I don't know if they were ever good, right? So I'm going to have to probably pull wire down where I didn't want to have to do it because it's going to be a nightmare, but we'll just find a way to do it. It's just really frustrating. So it's another little thing that, he should have taken care of and made sure it was done correctly. And I had to fight him to even do it somewhat correctly. And it looks like he didn't do something right. So I don't know. I wasn't there for all of it. It's like,
So
Plus, we've always had our water gets cold in between. Like you turn the water on in the kitchen, and it would take a little while for it to heat up, but then it would stay warm, and then the pipes would be charged with warm water. If you came back 5 minutes later and ran water, it'd be hot really quickly. It'd be maybe slightly cooler, but it'd stay warm for a while. Well, they broke a pipe connection down there, and they said they capped it off and insulated it, but I don't know. I didn't go down there and look, and I don't know if I trust them, because now whenever we get water in the sink, it takes longer to get warm, and then if you come back in 5 minutes later, you start over again almost. So there's some kind of cool, cold, hot loop where the warm water's rising and bringing cold water back into the kitchen while you're not there pulling hot water all the time. And that's from rerouting some of the plumbing in the bathroom, of course. But it shouldn't have affected that, because there was plumbing in the bathroom before, and it was cast iron or copper pipe, which loses heat a lot faster than PEX does anyway. So it's just another thing I'm gonna have to look into after he's gone.
Well, Dark, I think it's time to summon Swami. We need him.
I think you're right. I need to
And
start.
tell him to dig a big hole enough to bury somebody alive.
Well, I want Surmi to be comfortable down there, so he should dig a kind of a pit that he can put a chair and a table in, and maybe a little computer setup, and I'll bring an Ethernet cable down there, or give him a Wi-Fi password.
I know. He'll be fine, Dark. He'll be
Yeah.
fine. He can be down there for so long with possum,
There's possum meat, and you can cook it a lot of different ways. So I think he'll be fine.
No, I mean, he can just help you to take care of the contractor, so you don't need to pay him no more.
Oh, just eat the contractors? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's terrible and creepy, and yet there's something that seems viable about it.
Fleet command coming in.
Yeah, I mean, the possum eats anything, right? So you might ask his possum friend to settle for you.
Yeah. What's the difference between a possum and a wayward contractor? Not probably 20 pounds. I don't know. Or 40 pounds.
Possum can get quite heavy.
Possum can get big. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, definitely some alternative for you to settle the problem.
It's just more problems. The whole point of hiring somebody to do it was so that I wouldn't have the problems. And it still saved me time. It would have taken me a long time to do the tile, and certainly took him a long time to do the tile. But I feel like I would have been done before now.
Yeah, so my guess is, because you're the infamous Dark, so you might have tried the same kind of person, just from different frame, and make his
Yeah.
So I think you do need to hire somebody else. Joke aside, you need to hire somebody that can do proper work. From your tale, I can tell he's not.
It's not a good fit. He needs to work for somebody that doesn't care about details. Because he does good enough for most people's detail, level. It's not mine.
Look, I don't think so. It's either he do a rough work or do a detail work. There's a clear, fine line.
No, a lot of people would think it was fine. A lot of people do. I have a much higher level of detail than a lot of people do.
Target spotted.
Yeah, I probably on the same level as you are.
Yeah.
To me, it's either it's a rough job or it's a nice job. That's it.
Right.
There's that in between.
I know. And then there's terrible jobs, of course, but
terrible job.
you assume they're not going to do that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but the terrible job is always the one have to do over again, that kind of situation. But yeah, I mean, well, given the situation that America is now, I'm not too surprised.
Heat level critical.
You got buffoons in police job, you got some other idiot on different jobs, so I'm not too surprised. But I guess this culture is everywhere.
Heat level critical.
Doesn't matter which country. I always encounter the dumb people like that a lot in the field too. Where's my key? Where's my key? Okay. Cool. So I made it home.
New target
If you're still
acquired.
gonna drop, I will try to drop you. Give me a second. Where's my
Oh, okay.
food? Oh,
I can't do
Yikes.
more than one more because I really need to go to bed.
Airstrike.
But I'll do one
Well,
more
if
if
you
you jump.
really-
If you jump in, I'll wait for you.
if you really go to bed, you can go to bed.
No,
I
no,
can
I'll
jump
do
into
I'll do a
you
drop with
tomorrow.
you. It'd be fun. You never get to drop with me, and I never get to drop with you.
How long have you been playing together? 6 months? 7? I can't remember. Hold on. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Gee. I almost dropped my phone. Hold on.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed. Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
Holy cow! They're all out here.
Target spotted.
Target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Yeehaw!
Target spotted.
Target acquired. Critical. Override shut
On the way
down.
there. Keep it up.
Target destroyed.
Great work, guys. Thanks for the drop. I got 2 kills that time. Now we're talking. 637, 2 kills. 2 kills for most damage dealt. So, and 8 assists. So that's nice. That's a nice round. Second highest damage on the match. No. On the team. Third highest in the match. That's good. Makes me feel like I'm not a complete MechWarrior failure.
Alright, just stop my PC. Give me some time.
All right.
Yeah.
It's hot in here.
I'm
I should have opened the window to my room. Creating a group. It says Drax is still online.
Well, he probably just left it PC on and then went for lunch or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dinner time for him. Almost forgot he's an Aussie. Hold on.
He's an Aussie
Wait, there's no name?
in a most Bostonian way.
Why you guys keep dragging him about the Boston?
We're just jealous of his really nice Australian accent. So we have to pretend that he's really
come on.
from Boston instead, and it's fake. Helps us feel better about ourselves.
A good Aussie accent means he sounds like British. That's it. Nothing more.
No, it's not. It really isn't that British, but it definitely there's some similarities.
I mean, Boston used to have like what, a lot of England people moved to there, right? In the
Some,
earlier
yeah,
days?
yeah. In the early days, sure. Well, everybody, French or English at first, and then more people from other countries as the country grew.
Yes, I'm not too surprised.
Excuse me.
Finally. Yeah, starting my MechWarrior Online. God, that modem takes forever. Always.
Takes for more than ever.
Yeah. I miss my old internet service.
I'm supposed to have a much faster internet service, but it's not. They haven't fixed it yet.
Well, they have a much lower ping, much faster rate, and when I start the modem, it takes a minute to start. Not like this one. This one takes 3 to 5 minutes.
If I do the Wi-Fi man speed test, this survey says I'm only getting 440 megabits, 450 megabits download speed. I'm supposed to get 2 gigabits.
Well, they cheat you.
No, they don't have it. Something's not set right. I get 2200 megabits, 2350, 26, 27, almost 2400 megabits download. It's almost 2.4 gigs.
Are you
Gigabits.
using like Cat 7 line?
No. Well, I'm using Cat 8 to my router, and to the fiber optic. I've got fiber now. But for some reason, on their end, the download speed,
Have a Cat wire to you?
I have Cat 8 to my machine from it.
Yeah, then you should get full speed.
Yeah, but they're not giving me full speed. I get full speed up. I don't get full. I get a quarter of that down. I used to get half of that down, and then I got double that down from Comcast the last couple of days when I switched away from Comcast. Then I got theirs, Emerald Broadband, and they gave me a new fiber channel adapter, which was, they were supposed to bring a 10 gigabit one. They brought a 1 gigabit one, so it could only deliver 1 gig up and 1 gig down, but I was paying for 2 gigs up, 2 gigs down. So then they ordered a 10 gigabit one, like I told them to do in the first place, because I'm their first 2 gigabit residential customer, or probably customer at all. Most everybody else is on 1 gigabit. And they got it here and plugged it in, and I get 2.4 upload gigabits, megabits. So yeah, gigabits, 2.4 gigabits upload, which is stinking fast. But I only get 450 down, and so I'm getting half of what I was getting with Comcast before I doubled it with Comcast, and half of what I was getting from them with the 1 gigabit router. I was getting 950, right? So now I'm only getting, with the 10 gigabit, not router, but media converter, it converts the fiber optic to an Ethernet cable. I'm getting half of what I was getting before. So they've got something set wrong and they don't know what it is. So I'm kind of waiting for them to figure it out.
Yeah, that definitely sounds wrong. Very wrong. Well, I'm in the group. I'm green.
All right. And I know I can at least get 10 gigabit or 20. I can at least get 2 gigabit because I was getting that with my same equipment with Comcast before I switched. So it's them, not me.
Well, I don't know. It just everything sounds wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. They need to. They went and switched something which was supposed to fix it from 1 gigabit to 2 gigabit, but it went from 1 gigabit to 400 megabits, 450 megabits. So it actually cut it in half instead of doubling it. So like, okay, guys, you need to kind of figure this out. And they haven't yet.
Could be IP settings or DNS settings set wrong. Or
No, I wouldn't be connecting to their server correctly if that was all messed up.
no. I mean, they might have put something there. Or
Well, they already
gateway
checked my
stuff.
account. I don't know if they've got. I don't know if they actually have in their system a 2 gigabit customer profile and all the profiles for the hardware that's supposed to enable 2 gigabit download speed set up yet. And I think because I'm their first customer, and when they first tried to set up a bill for me, it was 1 gig plus 1 gig. They wrote by hand in it, but or typed in, but it's not like a regular product offering. So I'm their guinea pig, and that's fine. I don't mind being their guinea pig as long as they don't forget me. And I don't want to be charged for 2 gigabits if I'm only getting half of 1 gigabit. That's their $40 a month plan. And I'm paying substantially more than that.
Well, the same here. I mean, the application I
Actually,
have
maybe
now,
that's their 500
my
gigabit.
internet
It's
and
55 a
calculator
month
my
for what
phone.
I'm getting, and I'm supposed to be paying $100 a month for 2 gigabits. And I'm getting what their basic 55 a month plan is. So they need to kind of get it sorted out. I need to call them again and remind them, because they were going to call me on Friday and didn't. Then they were going to call me on Monday and didn't. And here it is Friday tomorrow again. And so I got to go rattle the chain a little bit. Say, hey, guess who's still out here? What's going on in comms? I know I'm ignoring comms. I'm not trying to be a terrible person. I just don't have both screens working at the moment. Probably just feels like 10 days. That's right. No, that's not a big ban for switching. Sorry, stands on fire. Sorry.
Well,
Do we get a match?
my
yet?
internet
No.
is a package with my phone because I.
Oh, do you tether it from
right.
your phone?
Yeah, no, it's a bundle. So one internet phone for my place, and then the
Excuse me.
phone bill bundle.
Reactor
Yeah.
And they say
online.
it's 300 Mbps, but I only get
Sensors
100.
online.
They only tell me that
Weapons
it's
online.
only limited to certain area. I'm like, you didn't
All
tell me
systems
upfront.
Yeah, the bait and switch.
Eliminate all enemies,
Yeah.
no matter the cost.
Well, did you tell them then you need to charge me half of what you're charging me because I'm getting half of what you advertised?
Well, unfortunately, in my country, customers don't have that power to do that.
Well,
They
there's-
might go for the Gulf line.
consumers don't have any kind of ability to dicker with people that aren't being fair to them.
Nope. It's the little proper law here, so. Hate it, but yeah, it is
Fuel
what it
at
is.
25%.
Oh,
Target spotted.
it's locusts. Wait, locusts can fly? No, that's not flying one.
Airstrike online.
I do not see them over here.
Line is clear.
25%. Target
Need
acquired.
assistance. Target spotted.
Hey,
You
who's
look
shooting
hard
me?
enough.
Warning, incoming missile.
Well, it's difficult to see some next to
There's a
Warning,
giant plane
incoming
right
missile.
standing in the open
Target spotted.
Warning,
with a lot of
incoming
missiles.
missile.
Like a lot of
Well,
missiles.
there's
Oh,
lots of them pushing Delta forward now.
there's some more on D-line, watch out.
25%.
No, more importantly, they're not shooting us from there.
Target spotted. Target
That's
spotted.
how you really tell where they are.
Airstrike online.
Yeah, they're going for the middle. They're all going for the middle.
Right arm critical damage.
Ouch.
That's a lot of missiles on the bullshot. What?
They're shooting me a lot, that's for sure.
Target spotted.
Golf, watch out for golf.
Airstrike online.
He is not
Target
paying
spotted.
attention. He sees.
Heat level critical.
Oh, Nelly.
He just dragged everyone away from the middle for support.
I do not want to be there when that happens.
God damn it.
language,
got
please.
stuck for 2 seconds. Sorry, my bad. Ow, ow, ow.
Everywhere I go, I'm getting shot badly. They're shooting me a lot.
I'm
more
getting
than I
hammered
wanna
from
be
the
shot.
LPX. It's not a fun experience.
Ouch.
Target spotted.
Oh, nice. He's down.
Thanks.
He's down. Wait.
Airstrike online.
Man.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
UAV C4D4.
Is there a mech there? There was. Where'd he go? Oh.
Airstrike online. Airstrike activated.
Ow.
Right arm destroyed. Medium laser destroyed.
Oh, what was that?
They just toasted me. I don't even know what that was. Was it a commando?
25% of the enemies are eliminated.
It could be. Could be. I'm pretty hurt.
Artillery strike.
I'm dead.
online. New target.
I'm so hurt I'm dead.
We're down to
Warning
5.
incoming.
I believe.
Target destroyed.
Oh, they killed him. Nice.
New target acquired.
I'm gonna try to get to
That
them.
guy with the lerms was
Acquired.
doing some serious damage to me. I don't know what he did to everybody
Yeah,
else.
I think it was
New target
Bane. It was
acquired.
Bane or something. Yeah,
Target
I
spotted.
think so. Was it Bane?
Yeah, maybe. He just about took my arm off in 3 shots. 2 shots, maybe. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. It was painful.
The enemies are half depleted. Keep pushing.
Whoa.
Target acquired. Center torso critical damage.
DT Delta.
New target.
We've lost half our force. We can't
Oh,
lose
man.
any more soldiers.
Ah, I'm late. I will not get a chance to have my legs taken. So
Need
you're gonna
assistance.
try to beat me face to face.
Did he hit him at all?
A little bit, not entirely, but it's better than nothing, you know?
Fuel at
Still has a decent
25%.
front left armor.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
New target acquired.
tight match, it looks like. Unless we start not, they're gonna pull ahead now.
Yeah,
It's
they got
not
my
good.
leg.
They got your other leg?
New target
Yeah.
acquired.
Do you have a third one you can use, maybe? Like a spare in the trunk? In the boot?
That has a screen loader.
New target
We need you to
I don't think I
acquired.
can jump.
Oh, we're getting crushed now.
Right arm
Oh,
critical
no.
Yeah, it's all over.
Airstrike online.
Yep.
He should not stray from cover much.
New target
Yeah.
acquired.
Come in. Control the surface.
Yeah.
Can anyone read?
Good try, guys. Thanks for the drop.
Well, we try.
Yep. Okay, thanks for the drop. Good to see you.
You take
And
care.
with that, I shall call it a evening. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. This has been Ghostlands, your favorite place to waste the most important moments of your life. With me, your host and guide, Dark Marauder, leading you
I don't
into the
think they ever
darkness.
missed my center torso.
I don't know.
Remarkable.
I don't know. Probably I was aiming. Until next time, be good to each other, take care of each other, and be sure to shoot each other's designated targets. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Not bad. Sorry, chicken.
Out of the game and into the frying pan. Later, Mr. Gator Hellbringer. 10-3-1 and Dictator Kodo, good night. Stands on Fire, and TDO Stalker. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys again soon, I hope. Take care. Good night, Crimson. Thanks for the drops.
Nice.